Good morning and welcome to AMB Ecosystem. How are you, everyone? It's been a great day to start with. Where today I thought like I'll start my day with some amazing words because a couple of days before I happened to speak to a friend of mine. She's suffering from meningioma and skull-based tumor, broad-based skull-based tumor, and usually it occurs in females, more common in females, over 40 years mostly. And if it happens in someone who is younger, so it's like you need to rule out neurofibromatosis type 2, and that's a whole different entity. There are, because of this tumor, she's having some mass effect, and mostly any cancer, there are so many causes, genetic factors, chronic inflammation, which causes oxidative stress, and oxidative stress, free radical injury, and then finally some cancer. So antioxidants are pretty much helpful, so you get the answer from that. And mostly the cancer, any form of cancer, benign, malignant, you need to cut off the blood supply, the feeding thing like blood supply or sugar. Cut down the sugar, because cancers, they consume a lot of sugar. There is a lot of activity in that area. It's like it's a rogue, it's an anomaly, it's a rogue. So yeah, how many patients? Yeah, we need to cut down the blood supply or the sugar. So there are certain foods which strawberries, they prevent angiogenesis, and some berries, blueberries, and the turmeric is good for reducing inflammation, all kinds of inflammation. Curcumin in turmeric, it's a very powerful anti-cancer agent as well as anti-inflammatory. And there are cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli sprouts. And you need to. There are a lot of grapes. Grapes are good anti-cancer, have great anti-cancer properties, and main thing, because I've seen one lecture of one stage 4 cancer patients and few others. That guy, he's treated his cancer by just starving. I think he starved for more than 4 months, and that's a pretty tough one, where the body goes in autophagy, and it eats away the unwanted areas or unwanted cancer. And the dramatic result was his cancer was gone. And I checked few others as well, and some podcast as well. So he was just on drinking water. So that's so remarkable. So I would suggest for my friend and for my to adopt this approach, because first is, of course, she has undergone some chemo and radiation therapy. So allopathically, how things have been, it's like by trials and chronic study. But radiation itself has some hazards, like chronic fibrosis, and some people have they go for mammography and they get cancers because some tissues, breast tissue is pretty sensitive, and there are different sensitive areas which are very sensitive for radiation in general. And so radiation injury is pretty alarming. And so one more treatment for cancer, which has been pretty much working, which I've seen in self-hypnosis kind of videos, where this woman, she was having a firm belief, like she used to sit under running water, and that cancer which she had, that stomach cancer, would be gone with the flowing water. I'm not sure how the auras and everything, how this worked, or the power of belief, where that flowing water took down the cancer, and the belief system which had the body was actually programmed, and the body did the job. And that's pretty amazing about human. So these wonders, like there was one schizophrenic patient which I know through television, of course, and that person had one personality had diabetes and the other didn't have diabetes. So that's pretty weird and crazy, like, because that's the reason I said, like, people to truly understand the potential of human beings, they go on a spiritual pathways, and they unlock a lot of things which common science and things which are not explainable. So all in all, I would there are so many these days radiation induced injuries by everything around is so much, like 5G, the like your Wi-Fi. It's there are so many every day these days, for everything they are getting CT scans done for no reason for young children. One CT scan is equal more than 500 X-rays at one time, like bolus. So just imagine, because these problems you cannot see, the radiation injury you cannot see. So until unless it's really required, like for example pulmonary pathology requires HRCT, CT scans, where the risk reward ratio, you have to analyze the risk reward ratio and prescribe patients. And yeah. And one more thing which I just remembered, there is one Japanese scientist. He found out, like he discovered, or that was his, you cannot say invention, it was his discovery. If we are having high fiber rich diet, that would help a specific kind of bacteria. Its name was something Necromancia mucino something. So this bacteria is helps is the only bacteria, or one more colony, there is one more probably, but this bacteria helps fight cancer. So there was a study done in patients with this kind of bacteria more, and the other, and the group of people were observed, and the incidence of having cancer in people with this kind of bacteria in the gut was like negligible. So we need to even have some foods which high fiber rich diet to help fight cancer or prevent cancers. And there is one more food called kefir. Kefir is a milk product that also helps in cancer. So there are a lot of things which I said, like which are beneficial for cancer patients, or to avoid cancers. Take free radicals, have a healthy lifestyle. Look at your position where you are actually assaulting yourself. So try to avoid those assaults and prevent cancer. So, however, as always in a disclaimer, I say it's nothing as health or financial advice, because some people are allergic to certain fruits or certain food stuff, and some people, like, they can starve for some time, because ultimately, the cancer takes life, and some benign doesn't take life, but accordingly you have to manage yourself, the starvation phase, and because if you get too much, if you get hypoglycemic, you go into don't want people to have the ill effects of hypoglycemia or hypoglycemic coma or something. So everything has, there are always two sides of a coin, but mostly the 90% mostly it would be on beneficial side. So to cut down cancers. And anyways, base for the health and cancer related topic today, that was the day for the cancer. And in cryptocurrency today, I've been few days have been really exciting. I'm pretty much bullish on Solana and on almost all cryptocurrencies because as I was suggesting a friend, like that person was having most of the investments in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I said like Bitcoin, usually it would either 10x or even the Ethereum 10x, or if you want much greater returns, go for some other safer bets. Not bets, bets is a bad word, it's a negative word. So go for Solana, Matic, and all the blue chip coins, AIGX, because most people are not aware how to deal with the centralized exchange and transfer coins to decentralized exchanges, and they don't have time or they are not educated. Fire Dancer is pretty catchy, but it made Solana more towards decentralized because there is one more extra validator, and before something is happening in Solana, it was more of a centralized kind of, but now with the fire dancer, the Solana now can do transaction of 1 million TPS, 1 million transactions per second, and that's crazy. And that's the reason, because for example, if you see WhatsApp, it has I think 40,000 TPS, and if you see Twitter, it has 25,000 TPS. If you see Solana, it has 1 million TPS. It has its own. Now it's launching mobile on Helium network. So there is a coin by mobile, but it's Helium Mobile. So you can buy these amazing coins, which because it's working product. And mobile Hubble, HUBBLE, HBB is the ticker. It has a stable coin. It's an amazing DeFi product. Too much low market cap, 2 million. It's like nothing. It's like tiny micro cap with such amazing blockchain. And because Solana is a layer one, and if this layer one is so fast, because Ethereum is pretty slow and it has layer twos, all the complex architecture, and future we would be making videos. So that's the reason I hired few people, and as the people were not so workaholic, not serious about the job, I'm just making videos. And if in future we happen to find some people who would work on the given topics, or to educate people how to basics of MetaMask, how to access Phantom wallet, different layer ones, how to use the different layer ones, how to buy from centralized exchanges or how to buy from decentralized exchanges, different types of wallets. And it's actually as the Web3 space and cryptocurrency blockchain space is evolving, which would evolve, we would see huge changes and things to be pretty much more easier. Like there was a conference in I think where Amsterdam, I'm not sure if it was Amsterdam. Yeah, in Amsterdam probably. No, on Solana, it was on Solana conference, where there are different all big minds, big money was over there. Visa was there, Google was there. They signed up with a lot of things with Solana, even because Solana is having with the Fire Dancer, this Fire Dancer upgrade, for developers to have this set up things on layer 2s and other things. I'm not sure about Sui or Aptos, which has too much dilution. And Solana is Arweave is having storage tie up with the Solana as well. So Arweave can skyrocket too. So there are 3 coins which I told you. Hubble, HBB, RWeave, of course Radium, RAY is the DEX on Solana, so of course it would shoot up unless something shit happens. But I don't think, because it survived all these coins, they survived the bear market, the one of the longest bear market in the history, and we had this now the consolidation phase for approximately 169 days or 196 days probably. So now we are finding support, and before we crash down, I feel there's a really big leg up. This is my prediction based on the charts, like before the halving of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the mover. So most of the market moves with the Bitcoin, and all the big guns are investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and ETFs, and so much news around the ETF. So crypto is really setting up base for most of the future millionaires. And ignore the meme coins, because there are so many millionaires which came out just because of memes, apart from some really good projects too. So in Solana, the best meme, which I personally feel, because it's almost on the exchanges, it's Bonk, BONK. So I was on Bonk. I'm not on Bonk. I really have had some good returns, 4x 5x returns on Bonk. So BONK. So trade well, my dear friends. Have a nice time. Cheers. Peace.